the same as fair comment under section 4 of the Contempt of Court Act. Of course, the court did not agree. Immediately, they are given a notice. Of course, he was sentenced to suffer simple imprisonment for 3 months. Of course, on his apology, the sentence was suspended, and as per the regulations, he was suspended from practice or from appearing before the court for 1 year before the Supreme Court. So this is the story. Now at this point, two others, Vijay Kurle, on behalf of he styled himself as the president of Bombay Bar Association, and Ahmad Khan, he is the president of Bombay Incorporated Law Society. They sent letters to the CJI, and also President of India, then Chief Justice of Bombay High Court, and they so to take action against Justice Nariman for the contempt. They said that advocates are the officers of the court, and the court can take the so-called contempt against the judges also, and they have filed the affidavits also in this regard. And this matter once again came up before the Aniruddha judges consisting of Aniruddha Bose and others, and now they have taken it once again as contempt because the affidavits contained most scurrilous and scandalous allegations against the judiciary. So they have taken it in the very seriously. The tenor, already I told you, the language and tenor should be respectful. The tenor is highly disrespectful and scandalous and scurrilous allegations have been leveled. Therefore, although the law of contempt is largely governed by 1970 and an act, the court can take power under Article 129, that is, the court can suo motu take action. And also they have given another provision. Rule 3 of the contempt rules of the Supreme Court, it says they can take action on 3 conditions. Number 1, when it is, they can take it as suo motu, and second, when it is filed by the Attorney General or on complaint like this. Yes, definitely they are competent to take it on file as suo motu. It is taken as a WP number 1 by WP number 2 by 2019. Right? Okay? Right now, normally this is a situation where it gives scope for the judicial self-dealing. Yes. Now, they have clearly pointed out that any citizen of the country can criticize the judgments delivered by any court. We know all that. We can criticize the judgment, but not, however, the party has no right to attribute motives to a judge or to attribute to question the bona fides of a judge or raise questions regarding the competency. So the person as a citizens, Article 19 tells that you can comment. You can criticize the judgment. Very recently, the Supreme Court said that 100% reservation in that territorial area or in Rajahmundry, East Godavari, we got that land. In that area, 100% reservation for teachers is not acceptable, only 50%. The reservation should not exceed 50% in tribal areas. But it was commented, it's criticized by so many persons. When the lands of the tribals, it should be enjoyed 100% by them. Why not reservations? All these things are there. So therefore you can criticize, but you should not go to the personal attack on the judges. Relying on the motives, you should not attribute motives. Nariman's father, Nariman, like that. And you should not take into competency. This competency means previously Mr. Nachus Nedumpara, he commented adversely on Ravindra Nariman while in Bombay High Court, when he was appearing before the debt recovery tribunals. Normally, this Matthews, he used to take up cases of very complicated things, and he used to browbeat the judges, and he used to use the Latin maxims. Of course, they don't encourage. That's why I tell you, whenever you submit your arguments, you need not use the so-called flourished language. You should use only the common language so that it will be understood or appreciated by the judge. So they have commented him like that. Anyway, so these people, they filed affidavits. They wanted to prosecute the judges under contempt of courts, and now it is taken as another complaint, and therefore, so the purpose of the contempt they have stated is to prevent fair, not to prevent fair criticism. Section 4 don't. So it is not an obstruction to fair criticism, but to ensure the respect and confidence which people repose in the so-called highest institution of judiciary. So it should not be undermined in any manner. Therefore, they treated that the letters by Vijay Kurle and Khan, they are nothing but proxy battle on behalf of Nedumpara, who was convicted for 3 months. So please remember, here the house notice, there is no single word of regret in the affidavits. Right? So therefore, they have another taken it as a contempt. And actually, Vijay Kurle, he leveled allegations, or he submitted the following issues we can say. Number 1, the bench should not have taken cognizance as the Chief Justice of India did not assign the same, but it is against Section 14. Section 14 says whenever the so-called contempt occurs before the Supreme Court, they can directly take. And also Rule 3 I told you. Then the registry cannot take it as suo motu. And the Honorable Judge says, how can the Secretary General of Registry object? And third point, even in suo motu, consent of Attorney General is necessary. Please remember, consent of Attorney General is necessary in Section 15, when the contempt occurs otherwise, or when the President of India, when contempt made is against the President of India, all these things, then only the part of Attorney General comes. Then proper procedure from framing charges is not formed. I already told you Section 16, Section 18. The procedure is left to the discretion of the judge of the court. There is no hard and fast procedure. Like then judges should disclose the source of information. Absolutely not necessary. Suo motu, yes, they can take action on the suo motu also. And the Honorable Judges stated the case of P.M. Duda versus P. Shivshankar and others. P. Shivshankar, you may be knowing, he worked as a judge and he worked as an advocate for Madam Indira Gandhi, and when he commented, it was taken as a fair comment. It is not contempt of court, this judgment says. And you have Indri versus Vinay Chandra Mishra, lot of allegations against the court. It was best example for the contempt of court. So, when you cited the case of Indri versus Arundhati Roy, even though she was asked to apologize, she did not do the same. So, keeping all these citations, they said that it is nothing but contempt of court, and they posted the matter to May 1st, I believe. Anyway, so please remember, these are all the legal applications and constitutional applications as regard the High Court and Supreme Court are concerned. Now this contempt occurred straight in front of the Supreme Court. Section 8, Section 14 applies. So Section 4, fair criticism will not stand good. And you have to remember Article 129 of the Constitution. Supreme Court is a court of record, and Supreme Court can punish the Supreme Court. This is most important. 142, Supreme Ayodhya verdict, already told you. 215 of the Constitution of India. Please remember, once again, refresh your memory on all these aspects and develop your legal knowledge. Thank you very much.